Hello everyone who's in the chat. We got 8 watching right now. I just want to prepare you before we start tonight. If you recall from last stream, I pulled the misfortune of having to paint my face. And well, I have purple face, and it was done by my daughter, and so it looks a little ghoulish. So I'm just gonna put that out there so you're ready for it, and not you're not thinking it's Halloween too early. Okay. You see what we got? See what we're working with here? This is what we're working with today. Even got the eye things. My daughter thought that'd be fun. So that's where we're at. Thought I'd start off things with like a little bit a more positive or fun, lighthearted. Because we're out of the playoffs. Atlanta United has been eliminated out of the playoffs with, I think, 5 games remaining. So that's with a heavy heart. We say that. We bid adieu to postseason aspirations, which, you know, we all kind of have seen coming. I'm going to try and hope everyone's going to take me seriously tonight, as they always do with this face paint on. It'll be hard, I'm sure. But this game in particular was a lot more of a thriller than I expected it to be. I thought there'd be a chance we could win this game. It seems like there was, actually. I did not expect it to go down quite like this, though. A 5-4 thriller, which for half the game didn't feel like was going to be that way. It was going to feel like a kind of a mercy killing by Columbus, but somehow Ronnie gave the halftime speech of his life, basically, and made the team actually decide to play soccer versus what the first half was. Which, we're going to talk about that, criticize it heavily, because that type of performance is completely unacceptable. One thing in particular was that at 8:11 p.m. tonight, it was so bad. Doug Roberson tweeted, "This may be the performance and result that cost several Atlanta United employees their jobs." Granted, that was 8:11, so keep that in mind. It did not, he did not say that with the context of the full game. But either way, it's still 5 goals in the first half is dire. It's absolutely dire. And with that, let's get AJ in here. I don't think he can see my face unless he has looked at it on YouTube. So have you, AJ? Have you looked at it on YouTube?
Oh, yeah. I see that beautiful face paint, man. It is, you know, very clear complexion. And, yeah, man.
You can,
well done.
Next time you see Emma, you can thank her for this.
Yes. Yes. She will, man, no, it's brought a smile to my face in an otherwise very dire evening. I'm still trying to tweet this out at the same time while I say things, but yeah, this very much pissed me off. This was the performance that's absolutely, like you said, unacceptable. I was fuming. 5-0. Yes, we got to 5-1, and you know, the consolation. It seemed like maybe that was all that we were gonna have, but somehow, yes, that halftime talk of a lifetime, pretty much, it seemed to be, in my estimation anyway, probably something like, guys, you need to play like your job depends on it, and also like my job depends on it. Like if that was Ronnie Dyla. And it's also, he probably openly questioned, do you guys hate me? Because that first half, I mean, it's not necessarily like they played like they hated him, but it was mistake after mistake, or I mean, the defensive awareness was just absolutely horrid. And I'm sorry, Ronald Hernandez, yes, his form lately has been very good, but his defensive actions, the anticipation, the just slow reactions, Diogo Rossi tore him a new one. And it was an absolute cooking on his side. Rightfully so, unfortunately. Hooked at half. But yeah, it's just diabolical. I mean, it's just the mistakes, I think, are covering for other people that are getting cooked, and so they're getting just completely torn out of position. And then yeah, heads just, they lost their minds. You know, Mihai with the absolutely terrible touch. I mean, very uncharacteristic. But yeah, I mean, pretty much every shot from the crew was in the 6-yard box or whereabouts, very close to the goal. They tore us up, and they were ruthless. I think that first half, I think they only had 5 shots. They had 5 goals. Like, it's, you know, very much so. You know, I don't know what necessarily, what Ronnie could have told the defense to do, but like I tweeted out on social media, it was incredibly naive the way we set up, the way the mindset was, which was to try to play Columbus Crew toe-to-toe. Yeah, you're at the Benz. Yeah, you want to be on the front foot for your fans, but I mean, yeah, if you're truly trying to stake a claim to try to make the playoffs, there's more than one way of winning a football match. And trying to play football against one of the best, if not the best, possession teams in MLS was just foolhardy. That's why they tore us up. We're just not good enough on the ball. And then they countered and got into the box and absolutely had their way with us. I mean, it was like a metaphor of this is about to get real weird.
Okay.
But they basically, yeah, you know, they just slept with all the wives, essentially. Like, that's essentially what happened. Like, they just came in, just opened the door. It was like completely door unlocked. It was like they were like, oh yeah.
It's like, come right in and eat all of our food.
Come right in, eat all our food, sleep with our wives. It was just, yeah, absolutely ridiculous how they capitulated. Like, there's just no other way to say it. Like, it has to be that graphic. I mean, it could be more graphic, but like, it's not even. I feel like I'm not even exaggerating. Like, it's absolutely, for a home match after 13 days, and you have, you know, some good vibes and whatnot. That's the game plan. Yeah, I mean, Doug Roberson, I think he has kind of a point. Even with 4 goals.
Yeah, we're clearly a team that has had their sights after the first half on next week's game. So those 4 goals that came, or 3 goals that came, maybe even the 4th one too that came, perhaps they just kind of were turned off, and maybe they got stuck in at the very end just to try and see it out, because they're like, oh wait, hold on a second, we almost let this get out of control. But that's still 5 goals you let in, and then basically let them sleepwalk to the end of the game then at that point.
Right. And it's the ref lost a little bit of control near the end of the match as well, because he just allowed the goalkeeper to waste as much time as possible. Like, he was just waiting for the yellow card.
Yeah.
Daring him to give him a yellow card. And also, as far as, knowing that he likely wasn't going to give him a second one. So he was just going to waste as much time as possible.
Yeah.
And I almost think that the 8 minutes was a little bit of a curse, as far as it was too long. I think if it was 5 minutes, maybe 4 or 5 minutes, yeah.
I mean, if we scored though, then
yeah,
it would have been worth it. But yeah, and I get your point. Maybe it would have put the fire under them a little bit more. But we had our chances at the end. I mean, we had like 3, and any of those could have easily gone in. And it was almost a little surprising they didn't, because the momentum was all in our direction at that point.
For sure. I mean, it was damage control from the crew, for sure.
Yeah, they were trying to survive at that point. They were getting just peppered. I was impressed with that, but I mean, again, it's kind of to be expected as well. Columbus Crew going to take the foot off the gas. They're going to kind of check out mentally when they put 5 past you. I mean, any team would. Right. Of course they're going to then get sleepy, and you can kind of get a couple over on them because they're not paying attention. And I'm surprised we got as many as we did. I didn't expect them to fall asleep that much behind the wheel, but they did, and we hurt them when we almost made them pay. But the damage had already been done. The ship was sunk. Like, that was a literal drawing out, quartering, and just like a full execution line. It was terrible.
Yeah, and it's too little too late. It's as pretty much just per usual from Atlanta United, where yes, at the moments where it really doesn't matter, that's when Atlanta United wake up.
Yeah.
And it takes a drubbing for them to actually realize, oh,
this is embarrassing. Let's fix that. Let's try and fix that. It's annoying because what that means is the team doesn't set the narrative. They respond to narratives being set. And that's not how a winning team plays. You don't wait for the other team to make a move and put you down, and then you go, oh, I need to respond now. You should be the one, it's don't wait for the anvil to get hot. You strike so the anvil becomes hot.
Mm-hmm. And it's that they're not the protagonists. They haven't been the protagonists all season. And it's been reactionary. It's been, we have to do something here because, we're embarrassing not only ourselves, our family name, the people in the stadium that have paid hard-earned money to be here, and also buy concessions, all that. All this is terrible for business. Like, they came back, but like you're saying, the damage is done. Like, yes, it was exciting to see some goals. Only Atlanta United in 2025 can you score 4 goals and still lose.
Yeah.
It's just horrendous how it's every match kind of has some sort of flavor of this.
Yeah. But this 4 goals again is kind of consolationary because it's like, they wouldn't have never scored those 4 goals, if Columbus didn't score 5 in the beginning. So,
and if this doesn't say everything you need to know about game state,
mm-hmm.
Like, game state is so important. It really is. Where, again, like I'm saying, 4 goals, and you don't win the match. If you look at it in a vacuum, you're like, oh yeah, Atlanta United scored 4 goals, yesterday. Yeah. Did they win? No. It's just Yeah, like the water cooler talk, like I've said before in previous years, is utterly ridiculous. Like, it's at this point, yeah, you know, it's almost like the hand might be forced. As far as, yes, Ronnie Dolly got some players that came to play for him, but this is as much on him as it is on the players, as it is on, unfortunately, Carlos Bocanegra when he constructed a lot of this team.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, the new players in here, yeah, there's a good number of new players
who are making boneheaded mistakes. Too.
Yeah, but it's infectious. Just like winning's infectious, losing is also infectious. When you lose your duels, when you're sloppy in possession, you know, it starts to permeate. And man, it's just like, that's what I mean with there's a flavor of this every single match.
Mm-hmm.
That, like, if we, like, if it's not one person, it's another person. And you just don't know where the hits are coming from. It's like the fans essentially feel like Julius Caesar. Et tu, Brutus. I mean, it's just like, also you, Mahai. Like,
I know, right?
Like, it's inexplicable, it's unpredictable, and like, you just have to throw your hands up at this point. But like I said, I think it's because they're covering for the deficiencies of other people.
Right.
And so, yes, when you actually have a good team with good players around you, and not, you know, unfortunately, there are, maybe it's harsh, but there are some black holes in this team.
Yeah.
And it's really difficult to
And the fact that we're
cover.
trying to constantly play out the back against a team like Columbus, who absolutely demolished us in transition moments. Like, that, I mean, it just, we played right into it, and there you go.
It's exactly what I'm saying. We were way too spread apart. That's what I mean by us being naive. Because there's somebody that was in my mentions, and they were like, what do you mean? Like, we had to go for it. We had to win this match in order to, you know, stay in playoff contention. It's like, there's not one way to skin a cat. There's not one way to win a football match. Like, this, yes, hindsight, but like, it is.
Well, I mean, the first half setup for whatever the game plan was clearly wasn't what we needed to do to win this game. It's not as if
we're not clinical enough.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off there, but it's like, you know, first 10 minutes, really good. Very direct, pressing high, a lot of energy, 3 corners, free kick as well, but we're not clinical.
Yeah.
We're not clinical until we have to.
Well, I mean, when the other team stops really putting out their best defensive effort, like, as well. So, like, when Columbus was trying to stop us, they stopped us.
Right. And that's why game state is so important.
Yeah.
It's just...
All right, so before we keep going, I'm going to run advertisement for our sponsor, Giant Sports Cards, real quick. And then we'll get right back to things.
This segment is brought to you by Giant Sports Cards. For passionate collectors of every level, from rookies to veterans, Giant Sports Cards is the modern-day sports card shop that celebrates your love of the game, because only Giant brings the fun, treats every customer like an MVP with their GOAT level of customer service, delivers a game-changing shopping experience through technologies and amenities such as their Ultimate Collector's Cave retail shop, and offers the hottest cards at the lowest prices. Make sure to use our code FANTV and get 10% off your order. Check out Giant Sports Cards today at giantsportscards.com.
All right, so we just had a buddy of ours go to Giant today and get some cool collectibles that he's into. And he got a Bundesliga pack of cards as well that I'm curious to see what he gets out of that. So, yeah. So if you go there, definitely Fan TV for us. And also, if you see Kevin Lotta working behind the desk, tell him we said hi. He's a good guy, fan of the show as well. So, yeah, awesome there. And we're going to start with the guests in a moment. I think Drew's going to come in first. So we'll get him in here. Oh, man. Okay, so one of our other guests tonight, Nick, is stopping at McDonald's. So he's got to do that. It's very important. A after-match McDonald's feast.
Run.
Yeah, and I think he was doing a good amount of drinking at the tailgate, so that makes a lot of sense where the McDonald's comes into that equation.
Yep, the drunk afters. Yep.
Yeah. Drew, welcome in. How you doing? Do you see what I got going on tonight?
Yes, I do, and I guess purple works for you.
It's doing something. I don't know if working is the right word.
But yeah, no, and I'll follow up with the ad read. Yes, I did go to Giant Sports Cards today and check them out. They are actually really good place. They're located in Alpharetta. They've got a really nice store. They've got a whole wall of just different cards and stuff like that. And speaking of the Bundesliga packs, I picked up 2 ones that I'm interested. 3 actually. A Michael Elise and a Joshua Kimmich.
Okay.
And a split card with an old school flashback with an Oliver Bierhoff Hamburg.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Are any numbers on those?
I've got 1 numbered card. It is a Robin Koch 38 of 199.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Already got him in the sleeve.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
as well.
You gotta.
I picked up a pack while I was there too, and I was like, yeah, might as well.
You got the card
But-
guard. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say this has been an interesting soccer day for me. 2 teams that I support get dummied by 5 goals, and then one of them scores 5 goals. I don't know how to feel.
You saw a lot of goals today. That's
Yeah. This game was just a mess from start to finish, just because how do you come out that flat against a quality team like Columbus? Especially when, you're fighting to stay in the playoffs. You're trying everything in your power to keep going and making a run at this. And you are down 2-0 within the first 15 minutes of the game.
Yep.
By
That's
like semi-boneheaded mistakes too. That just kind of
Yes.
kept coming.
Yeah, and you could see it when the first mistake got called. I'm pretty sure it got waved off for an offside, and you could
There was
see
2 of 'em.
that bad pass by Muyumba, and you're like, I see how this game's gonna go, and it was mistake after mistake after mistake costing us this game. It was embarrassing at points. The sad thing for me is I didn't even get to enjoy the second and third goal in the first half, because I was downstairs doing something, heard 2 goals go in, and went, wow, there's actually a game now.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to actually pay attention.
Yeah, it's weird when you look at the SofaScore analysis of this game. First of all, we lost the possession battle, and Columbus got a 1.21 according to SofaScore in terms of XG. And we had 3.6 in terms of XG. Isn't that wild?
And that's exactly why XG is an imperfect stat, because on that you would be like, oh well, Atlanta should have won this match. But that's why game state is so important. Why the whether it's like whatever site has their whatever name, field tilt, whatever thing, but basically that really tells the story, because where are the momentum shifts? And it's it's essentially I haven't looked at it, but I would bet there was a lot of Columbus within the 15th to 20th minutes to the 30th minutes, and then pretty much LA United were just having to try to come back into the match. And yes, there were some peaks and whatnot, but it's just probably overwhelming a lot of good Columbus.
Yeah, no, you're 100% correct as to what that shows. Yeah. It matches the eye test, 100%.
Yeah. Absolutely outrageous.
First 10 minutes, that was like kind of the highest, except for like the very end of the match where we were surging. So, and then after that, it's pretty much almost entirely Columbus. Even in the second, before, did they give me time for this? No, but it looks like on the last quarter of the game, which we kind of dominated the last quarter. But before that, even though we scored a bunch of goals in that time period, Columbus still kind of had the control in terms of momentum.
But, go ahead.
I was going to say, the fact that we even did something with this game, I guess, is a positive. The fact that, yes, this team decided to actually put in some fight. I like seeing that, especially with the players that were stepping up and producing. Getting a Pedro Amador goal, getting Jamal Tiare getting a goal. You had Almiron get his penalty. That's the sort of thing that is, we need players like them to step up. Especially, like, Pedro has been very, very quiet this year on the offensive front. And especially after what he did in the back half of the season last year, especially in the playoffs, it's good to see him starting to produce, at least get something there. But it's just, from top to bottom, it was a terrible first half. I do like the changes Ronnie did, taking out Muyumba. He was the wrong pick to place with Alzate. It just, I think we thought we could control this game, and with Columbus, that was never an option.
Yeah, exactly. To AJ's point, like, that's naive as hell. Anyone could have told you that. Any fan, and we're not professionals, we're not coaches, we're not analysts, could have told you that. And we still ran right in there, headstrong, and then got slapped in the face. Guess who had our lowest rating for tonight? Actually, there's two that are tied for it, but one doesn't count.
So
one doesn't count. Hibbert.
Yeah, the goalie doesn't count.
Yeah, I was gonna say Hibbert and is it Ronald Hernandez?
It is.
Yeah.
With a solid red 5.9.
That might even be generous.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's kind of generous. I was thinking 3.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's like 3 or 4 in my estimations, because he absolutely got just baked. He got flambéed. He got he was made into a nice little quiche by Rossi. It was it was I shuddered every single time the attack went down that alley, essentially.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Interestingly enough, Jamal Tiare has the same score as Diego Rossi in this. 9.1. Very good score.
I mean, it makes sense. You score breaks. I mean, I think he didn't really do much too wrong, but I think it's back to the midfield selection. Yeah, it's Muyumba. I think in our match prediction, we were pretty much talking about this. We were like, it probably should be Riley, but I think we're gonna be choosing Muyumba.
Yeah, for experience, for veteranness. Yeah, that's the reason they probably wanted him.
but it's just, yeah, if it doesn't show that, okay, yes, Muyumba, he's got some talent. And yes, Greg Garza mentioned early this year before the season started that, yeah, he thought and thinks that Muyumba is one of the most talented, probably on the ball players on the team. But man, he's got errors in him. And
I mean, his passes, man, are so dangerous. Like,
yeah.
he puts like spin on it. He puts fucking pepper on balls like that are not meant to have that type of sauce on it, and our guys don't really know what to do with it, or they're not expecting it, or they're like, oh shit, I actually went over there. He expected me to be over there, and I got to go over there now. Like, it's just, he operates on just a completely different wavelength from the team, and I don't know if it's because like he thinks higher than them or if he thinks lower. I don't know, but like with his passing, it puts our guys in dire situations often, and it's usually on defense. And it's like simple, easy passes. It's not like he's pressured that much. It's like he'll get the ball and he'll be like, okay, I'll just do a pass. And then all of a sudden you see like our center back like rushing to go over to the thing to try and salvage the ball, when then all of a sudden another player is trying to run to it. Now, if he knew he was going to make that pass, it wouldn't be that precarious, but he obviously clearly doesn't, and this happens often. And when Tristan has the ball making that pass, whether it be forwards or backwards, laterally, I just get nervous because I'm just like expecting that someone to either intercept or run after or put pressure on the guy who just got it, because every time he receives it in such a way where now he's just getting bared down on by like two opposing team players. Whereas a lot of other times with like Alzate or, you know, Moranchuk even, their passes are quite good in that they like give the receiving player space to operate, room and time to think about things, and it's like intuitive. Like, it's like, okay, we kind of know where you're going. Like, okay, he's kind of like almost telegraphing it in a way that helps the receiving player. Whereas Tristan, people seem like they have no idea what the hell, like where he's gonna go.
Because it's not to the strong foot of the player, and you know, and sometimes it is completely errant, and it's part of the problems that's you know, plague Atlanta United constantly, is that, you know, these players, yes, like if they like, yeah, just like, you know, really crisply pass it into another player, and yeah, okay, you know, like really just like power pass into them, and okay, they couldn't handle it, it's another thing. But some of these are just like really, I think there was an element of this too, because being at the game, the pitch seemed a little bobbly, and I don't know if that was intentional or not. Like maybe trying to kind of put Columbus off their game. I don't know, or because the roof was open, that it was drier than usual. I don't know, but it seemed incredibly bobbly, and us trying to play on the ball, I think we were affected by it. It's not an excuse, but I think there are some elements of nature coming into play. But if that comes into play, and you know, that's why you look at the pitch before, you know, before the game. When you're in you know, warm-ups, you're okay acknowledging how this is playing, how this pitch is playing. And if it's starting to give you some trouble, okay, well, yeah, you gotta adjust. You gotta acknowledge that, hey, okay, this might not be the actual game plan that you know, we should actually do.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, yes, I think the it's not fool's gold, but I think the first 10 minutes kind of fooled us into thinking, okay, yeah, we got this. Like, we could take the game to the Crew.
I think also they put all their eggs in their basket with that, and it just didn't work. Like, they were really hoping to score, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah. And
that would have game stated Columbus, too.
Yeah. Right. It's yet another game that if we don't score first, it's, yeah, this is the game. Like, we're always chasing it. And Sometimes we come all the way back, but oftentimes we don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not fun to play like that.
No, and it's becoming a real problem of how badly we start games. The fact that we can't get a lead early is costing us so much confidence at this point.
Especially at home.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, you have to take care of business at home, and we haven't done that pretty much all season.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably the lion's share of the reasons why we are where we are. But
Yeah.
Nick,
So, before Nick, I just want to give you this tasty tweet from our good friend Felipe Cardenas. Ronnie Dyla had 13 days to prepare for the Columbus Crew. Atlanta United conceded 5 goals in the first half. Oof. Nick, how are you doing? Amen.
Do raspberries count?
They do. That isn't-
Holy
doesn't matter.
hell, what the hell did I witness? That was as unusual of a football match as I have ever seen. This is beyond description. When I went to the halftime meetup with All Stripes, we were all just looking at each other like it was like this was kind of unusual but expected at this point. And then within 60 seconds we get on the board, and then we get a penalty 3 minutes later, and you start to let me approach what was going on with me. I have a college classmate that lives in Charlotte and is a Charlotte fan. He was rubbing it into me.
Oof. Yeah,
Like,
he's got
what
lots
the
to
hell
talk
are you
about.
doing down there?
Yeah.
You know? And we scored the second goal, and then the third goal. And I sent him a voice message saying, "Hey, not so fast, 5-2. And then we get the third goal, and I sent him a video saying, "It's 5-3 now." And he sent me a Ted Lasso gif of "Believe" at that point.
Oh, dude, that would gas me the fuck up. I'm not gonna lie. If I saw that,
It did. And we were chanting, and AJ can attest to this. We were chanting, "We'll win 6-5. We'll win 6-5." You know, we were trying to will it on in the supporter section. I'll tell you that. I got to give the supporters credit here.
yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They did that, and they also did the "We are fucking shit" chant afterwards.
Yes,
Which-
and I joined in on that this time. At this point, we are fucking shit. I mean, good
Yeah.
lord, conceding 5 goals? Are you kidding?
you can't win many matches when you concede 5 goals. But I mean, oddly enough, it's this was giving me flashbacks of drink, everybody. I'm talking about Arsenal. So there was a game where Arsenal pretty much won 7-5 against Reading, and they started 5-0 pretty much. I think it was outrageous. They came all the way back and then won by 2 goals.
What year was that? I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was like 2013.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, for the olds. But it is I was getting flashbacks of it. I was like, I mean, this is not out of the realm of possibility. I've seen this movie before. But can Atlanta United do that? That's where I was like,
the biggest comeback Atlanta United did in their history wasn't even this much of a margin. Is this big of a margin, and it was with a far better team. So.
right, yeah. I mean, what was it?
The San Jose game, right?
Yeah, exactly. It was like 4-3. We were down 3-1, something like that.
I
Or
think so.
4-2.
Yeah.
Either way, we got to get Gavin to remember
Right,
those
yeah.
little
Yeah,
tiny.
Yeah, his eidetic memory ability.
Exactly. But that's like what 8 years ago now or something.
Something
Yeah,
like that.
I don't have the mind space for that.
Don't have the
the
wheels.
cash.
Yeah.
has left me.
I was gonna say before my time too. So
Yeah, probably, yeah. But Nick, yeah, I mean, other thoughts about this match? Like, how are you feeling when, maybe the second goal went in? Because I think that's when it was probably the most dire. Like, everything else was probably just like,
I
big
mean,
sigh.
you concede a brace to Diego Rossi within 10 minutes. You feel like you've been beyond sucker punched at that point.
Yeah.
And we're like, what the hell? What the hell is this defense?
He wasn't even scoring that much before this. That's what, like, we wasn't expecting him to, like, go off.
Yeah, 13 goals in the season. It's like, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm not a striker, but yeah.
And I'll put a lot of this on Hibbert because the defense, the back was awful. I mean, they were playing us like they played like an 8th grade team could just go right through them. I mean,
yep.
Defense continues to be the problem.
Yeah,
Exactly,
weird.
yeah.
Which
Nothing
is
we
weird.
throw out there.
Because, like, the last 3 games, we had really good defensive displays. In this game, completely different. And we had rest. We had time to prepare. There's literally no excuses. This was a do or die type game, and they just did the exact opposite. I don't get it. It's really weird.
I was gonna say.
Well,
at this point, do we feel that Ronnie's just gonna stick with the back 3 at this point? Because at least when the back 3 was going on, at least we looked competent in defense.
Yeah. It's safer.
Yeah, but when did the back 3 start?
Halftime.
Exactly.
Yeah,
when Columbus stopped playing soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
And so, yeah, it's a part of it for sure, but it's also we don't have enough center backs. It's just so you have to have somebody that can, spell one of them because Gregerson, he played the whole 90 in this one, but almost because he had to. But it was more, usually he's going to get probably subbed off. And I think that's another one of our problems is, we're constantly having to sub off defenders when you want to have a more stable back 4. That's really how you can not have matches like this. And again, like I was saying earlier, it's making up for the deficiencies of others. And unfortunately, Hernandez, he had a mare. And I think the other center backs were trying to, kind of cheat over there a little bit. And then that opened up the middle of our box where at that point they're trying to scamper back. And it's just how many of those
balls, man? Those guys just run down the right side or left, and they just flash across in, and it just threads the needle every time and gets right to a third man running on or something like that. They're like Diego Rossi running onto it from outside the box. Like our guys were inches away from being able to like poke the ball away or block it or whatever, but it just threaded right through these little holes perfectly. I remember Atlutd was just like, there's the ball, it's right there. I almost could like touch it, but it's just out of my range, and it just makes it perfectly to the other. And our defense just couldn't see it. They just couldn't see those holes, or maybe they thought there's no way he threads that, and they do it every time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, not only that, Columbus played excellently in the first half. Like playoff championship level Columbus, they had beautiful soccer in the first half. They really not just, did away with a very lackluster side in Atlanta United. They were just very good as well. It was pretty. It was nice. So it's not as if like we were just, completely abhorrent that an 8th grade team could just run over us. It was also the fact that Columbus was just amazing as well.
Yeah, 2 things can be true. Columbus were very good, and Atlanta United were very poor until we were pressed to actually do something about it. But Nick, you had a thought.
How much of a factor was not having Sleesh because of the yellow card accumulation?
Exactly.
That was a big factor in this match.
Exactly. And that's I'm glad you said something because I was about to say that is, that protection for not only the back line in front of the center back pair, but also for Hernandez, because he probably would have been one of the people at least trying to help him. But Saba also was hooked. And why was he hooked? Because he wasn't helping Hernandez either. And essentially, if you have a guy who's just absolutely being murdered behind you and you're not coming back to help him, well then, I mean, yeah, it's not only on him, but it's also on coaching. Like, why did nobody tell him?
Yeah.
Yes, you need to help Hernandez. Because I think it's a little bit of this. Moranchuk, unfortunately, had a bone bruise, and that's why he wasn't able to start this match. And so Miggy had to start in the 10. Yeah, everything shifted pretty much.
Yeah.
And so Miggy absolutely helps Hernandez when he's playing on the right. And I think it's just, on top of that, why I'm saying naive. Because when you, like, it just doesn't make any sense why you would put Ronald Hernandez one-on-one against the talisman for Columbus Crew. He's really the only guy really doing a lot of their work.
I was going to say, having him down that side with Rossi and Arson, yeah, no. You were asking for trouble.
Exactly. Recipe for exactly what we saw tonight.
Mike Conti said this was the most combined goals in a match for Atlanta United, and also most goals scored in a loss, 4. But before this game, the club was 27-0-0 when scoring 4 or more goals tonight.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's
Wow,
exactly
Harrison.
yeah, and that's 2025 Atlanta United for you.
Finding new and exciting ways to lose.
Yeah, exactly. It's
This
just
record back here means everything as to how this is 5-13-11.
man. I almost wish you didn't bring that to my attention there.
Yeah, I didn't even notice it.
Yeah, it was the 13 is just
Damn you, Weiss.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just blame it on him. But we can't see him right now, but yeah, it's because he's purple.
That's right.
But
Nick, if you haven't
just-
seen the YouTube feed, you should see
I was
it.
Yeah,
gonna say,
exactly.
I'm going to pull it up and
I just
and-
looked over at my second monitor and just saw your face. Just
It's like a reverse Oompa Loompa. It's incredible.
yeah. Ugh.
So what happens when a Oompa Loompa grows up, I guess.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
yeah.
it's a little
Maybe not-
scary.
Right,
I'm gonna
exactly.
pull it
It's
up
like,
and... Oh
it's
my
like a
fucking god!
yeah, it's amazing. It's
Oh
like
my
a
fucking
constipated.
god!
It's like a constipated Oompa Loompa. Yeah.
Oh.
What the hell brought this on? I've got to be brought up to speed here. Apologies,
yeah,
audience.
Punishment.
Yeah.
Punishment.
Yeah, it was the wheel of forfeit last week, and
Yeah.
so he
Oh,
pulled
I
it.
see. It was that wheel.
Yep. It was the
Yeah,
damn
you guys
wheel.
voted for that.
It wasn't my
You guys-
capricious nature of wanting to do this, and also my this was the handiwork of my daughter, who wanted to also put like eyeshadow or something on as well. So
Yeah, also egged on by his wife, but yes, incredible stuff.
Round
it's
of applause. Yes.
Right. It was a
did a great
family
job.
effort.
yeah,
Family effort
we're like,
to
oh, a
to
chance to embarrass him. Yeah, let's do that. Let's lean into it as hard as we can.
Oh yes.
Yes, I mean, so this is the thank you, Michael, for the joy that you have brought us this evening.
I knew I'd have to for this game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
because
cushion was
yes,
low.
yeah, I mean, as good as Columbus Crew were this match, we have San Diego next week.
Oh dear God.
God.
Yeah. Sorry to depress everybody.
They're sitting here going, can we do better than 5?
Right. They're licking their chops. And this is what I mean. Like, after that third goal, I mean, even after the second goal, really, because it was done, in my estimations. Yes, they came back, but you should have parked the bus.
Yeah.
And then hit them on the counter. Stop it from getting this ridiculous.
Yeah.
and then maybe we can actually come back into the match when there's the moments that are necessary. 5 is just a mountain.
Yeah.
It's
an
an entire
Everest.
continent.
Yeah.
Any good defensive team will shut that shit down
Yes.
quick.
Yeah, frustrate the other team, stop them from feeling joy, so they have to accommodate that and to adjust, and then you can try and maybe do something. Jennifer Taylor, yeah, I see you in the chat. Is some glitter that my daughter uses as well, but it doesn't come through on the camera.
All
So,
that, like, whatever. Yep.
so you'll be happy about that, Jen.
This is just getting better and better. I love it.
Yeah.
We're gonna
like,
we're keeping it on the wheel, so if it lands on AJ, he has to at least do it as good as I'm doing it.
No, we're not.
You know it'll be even worse the next time we play Orlando. I mean,
Right.
ugh.
Because it's not on the wheel this time, I don't think. So, because it already happened. We
Oh,
pull
you
it.
know what could happen? The Patreons can vote for it to coming back on.
Yes, and so yes, they can. And if other people want to join the Patreon to actually see this happen, then sure. But as of right now,
Are you sure
It is-
you want to join the Patreon? Look at what's happening here.
I was gonna say, don't give me evil ideas because I will.
We've already had 2 Patreons say tonight, if we had leveled the score, they would have ran naked through their neighborhood. You know, and one of them is in this chat right now. Another will be joining us later. So
Another one
Yeah.
of us would have been in the drunk tank, and we
I'm
would
not
get picked up
objecting.
in the morning.
yeah, just make sure you're not around any schools or
School
yeah,
zone,
any
yeah,
of
that's
that.
right.
Yeah,
I think I'm good.
very importantly. But,
Yeah, run
yeah,
straight through your neighborhood responsibly, obviously.
yes, right, exactly. Around the parts where there are no families and just either
Good luck.
single people.
Yeah, or
No.
everyone has gone to sleep.
Right.
Can we change the topic, please?
Sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think
Yeah.
you brought it up, right? But yeah. So, yes, we scored 4 goals. Let's play a little positivity, guys. What was your favorite goal? We'll go with Nick first.
I'll go first.
Yeah. Whichever.
I'll go with the Pedro goal because that's a great goal, well worked. We got out, started a half. This especially the second half, we started off very well, and it's a good header with a good cross and somebody is actually on the back post to finish a goal here, and that's something that we do not do enough of, is somebody on that back post being able to actually finish off a chance.
Yeah, crash the box. What is that? Our players don't do that.
What's this term you're talking about?
I'm speaking.
We come
Chinese.
out and do that? What's that?
Yeah. Your favorite goal?
46th minute, we smack somebody? What?
Yeah. 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 Exactly. Out of the second half, we do something it's unheard of, but only when we're forced. But yeah, Nick, what was your favorite goal?
Definitely the Pedro goal. That was just, it was so like shocking. I'm like, what? I had barely gotten my flag started back up, and all of a sudden we're on the board. I'm like, holy fucking hell, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
But both of Tiara's goals were classic as well, you know? I mean, props to him for getting a brace tonight.
Yep.
And,
Yep.
well, Miggy's penalty, it was one of the 4 goals, but I was worried that as I saw that ball leave his foot and go towards the correct side, goalie going the other way, I was scared he was going to miss, but fortunately it hit the post and went in, you know?
Yeah, and it's this. He often always goes left, but for once he went right, and it was pretty well struck. You know, yeah, he got a little bit of the luck, but I mean, kind of wild. I don't know what compelled him. Like, he just always goes left, but you know, I think he realized I need to put my foot through this.
I was gonna say, they were 5-0 down at that point. Just try shit.
Yeah, might as well.
If it works, yeah.
My goal of the night was, I think, the third goal, Jamal Tiare's goal, first one, where he chested down and then has to dribble a little bit, goes past the goalie, and then threads around him. A very Yorgos Yakamaki style goal, a very Jose Martinez kind of style goal, which, you know, just takes everything by himself and just goes around some people and scores the goal. Yep, there you go. There's the two inspirations for that goal that Nick's holding up.
Right on cue.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's definitely, I thought that was awesome, because like seeing that kind of hero stuff, that just, I mean, you know, we were at 3 goals there. You know, that really gets the team going. I feel like not that they hadn't already gotten going, because that would have, you know, been the 4th. So I feel like that definitely spurred them forward, continues, because like that's like an energy play. Like that kind of play gets everyone going, like, oh wow, he just did that heroic thing. Let's all push forward and continue for this win. It's unfortunate, talking about goals, we can talk about the ones that almost were, because we had a lot of those. And the fact that like our XG was so low in SofaScore, which just blows my mind. Like there was Moranchuk's, I think 2 he had at least 1 that really should have been goals. Really should have been better taken and better put. He had all the time, he had all the accuracy, just put it in the right spot, and it just was just right at the goalie.
Well, he could have shot almost 2 times earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It was to an effect of why. Yes, you want to get closer into the box, but I mean, you're already unmarked. Take a shot.
Take that shot.
Yeah, and especially it's like, we know you can take a shot from distance. Like, why do you need to belabor the point? And then I think he had to do a layoff in order to get that shot again. It was just like, what are you doing, my guy?
Yeah.
Just
and then there was the other chance a little bit later that was blocked, and you're like,
yeah. Yep. And then there's the Miumba shot that was actually pretty good. It nicked the outside of the post. He was like leaning back to take that. That would have been awesome if it went in, but it would have kind of salvaged a little bit of my perspective of him. But yeah, just continues.
And then
to be
early
the same
on,
thing.
Early on,
there's a bit of uncertainty in these shots, and I think that's why they're not quite on target and not going in. There's a bit that in order, in my opinion, for you to put the ball in the goal with accuracy, you have to be sure you're taking that shot, and you have to be sure it's going in.
Yeah.
If there's any bit of uncertainty, there might be the slightest thing to take it off target.
It's the hesitancy that kills you, right? When you're about to take a shot. Yeah, exactly. So if you hesitate and you're like, oh, should I make that pass, or is there someone coming on to me like behind? That kind of hesitancy is gonna make your shot less lethal. So that's right. That's why Jose Martinez was so lethal, is he just never hesitated. He always knew what he was gonna do. You know.
Yeah, he knew he was gonna take a shot. It was like passing it. No, like
No.
If he's near or around the box, that's exactly it. It's, you know, it is the hardest thing to do in football / soccer, but it is striking it with conviction. And I mean, I think one of the other misses as well, if we're talking about that, Tiare, just outside, oh man, that chance would have changed the entire game, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because that was very early on.
That was a header too that was pretty good later on that almost went as well. Unfortunately, it was kind of right at Schulte. And there was a Sabalava-Janitze shot that absolutely should have been on target, but went into like the fucking parking lot. Which you just can't be doing that in a game like this. You have to dial in.
And so it's a good pun there. It was not.
Damn.
Yeah, but man, it's just like
I'm sorry, I have to give that one a yellow card.
Blame it on Michael. It was him. He said it.
No, that's exactly.
Yeah, there you go. But this stream is called "Blame It on Michael," but because
I
his
can
favorite
take
purple. But appreciate you, man. But as far as it's like Saba not scoring a goal in the league. I mean, it's just that's it. This is part of it. Like it's the conviction is not there. The confidence is bereft. Absolutely. And, Miggy, yes, scored from a penalty, but I mean, it's also a little bit of that too, where when was the last time he scored in the run of play?
Since May, I think. I don't know if that May goal was a penalty, but his last goal was in May. I don't know if it was a penalty though.
Right. And it's just, he has the most shots on the team. It's this we knew about him. But I am starting to wonder if his future is as probably more of a number 8. And, because as a creator, okay, maybe a little bit. But I think, he's tidy enough in the middle of the park. But I don't think he scores enough goals to be a forward. Yeah, he works really hard. And is that where we should be spending the most money in the team?
Yeah. I don't know if he's good enough
May 3rd
to be
against
in MLS
Nashville,
to be that player.
exact. May 3rd against Nashville was his last goal
May
prior
3rd.
to tonight.
Yeah.
Because thank you, Nick. I think he's got the versatility to play multiple positions, but I think at this point, yes, he operates best in the middle of the park. He's not swinging in crosses. He's not going to the byline to pull one back. He's not acting like a forward. I think his best actions are in the middle of the park.
Yeah, definitely.
And so, I don't know. I haven't heard anybody say this, but I think his best position is as an 8. But I don't know if we can afford to have him there.
I mean, this as well as I do, AJ. I've been calling for a DP caliber number 8 for forever.
And we have. We didn't know, but we already have him.
Yeah. Well, hopefully.
But
Yeah,
but the problem is, I don't know if that's actually the case of what's best for the team.
because where's Atlutd? Yeah, exactly. Where does he go?
I think we saw tonight that defensive midfielder might not necessarily be his position. It's a small sample size, unsure that that can 100% be said. But I don't know. I mean, it's like I think there's a lot of similarities in some respects, even though they're different footed. But these, I don't know. It's there's a lot of money being allocated in positions that we can't afford to do that.
Mm-hmm.
We're already top heavy. We need to find some sort of allocation of Miami money,
Right.
in order to it's that. I think that's the grander question. How do we swindle the league to play?
We have the
in
best
our...
swindler right now, so hopefully he can do it.
They were doing it, but that's because it was Miami.
Mm-hmm.
That's because they had Messi. I don't know if we have the market to do that.
Oh, probably not. So, Nick and Drew, I'm going to ask you, because this is something I asked the Discord earlier tonight. What about, what about this game is Ronnie's fault, would you say?
You go first, Drew.
I've got one thing. I'll give it 2 half things. The playing of Tristan Muyemba, that should have never happened. He was not the type of player that we needed for this match. We needed somebody that was going to be a willing runner to be able to support defensively and kind of do some of the dirty work. Will Riley can do that job pretty well.
I think he probably still would have gotten torn up by Columbus, if I'm being honest.
Probably, but I feel it might not have been as bad. But I do, because Will Riley's got the legs to run over the pitch like a Schleich. He's maybe doesn't do as much of the defensive work and maybe isn't as good as Schleich, but he definitely has the legs to get into positions, which is better than what Tristan was doing most of the time. So that's what I'll go with.
And because it's like Will Riley, still obviously a very young player and still lacking experience, so you can't fault him too hard against a very, very good side / championship winning side like Columbus. But also, Cooper Sanchez got some minutes, unfortunately, because Riley had to come off, and I think some shouts out should be deserved for Sanchez for coming on, and
he looked decent.
Yeah, not really doing too much wrong. It's obviously the game state kind of allowed him to kind of have us be on the front foot.
Mm-hmm.
So, definitely caveats there, but
he pads that that one stat that's like, I remember seeing this one stat, I think it was on FBref, is like time in which you're on the field when your team scores versus not is like a very like, oh, this is a really good like attacking player when like every time he's on the field you guys go. So like I just think that's kind of funny that he's like, well, that stat really went up tonight.
Yeah, and that's I think that's why stats can be very perfect as well. I mean, it's like, did you watch the match?
I mean, you gotta tell our data analyst over Atlanta United, man. Like, we need to send that message.
Right, but it's also, I think the very fact that we are still getting stats for the games that we're playing, I think is incredible, because I mean, I would not fault them if they were not tracking those stats.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
so Nick,
like if they fell asleep a little bit.
What's your take on Ronnie?
I don't understand his methodology on a starting lineup. And granted, I'm far from an expert, but he's tried so many things and has not found the right set of ingredients all season long. After 30 rounds in this season, how can it completely continue to just be so hit and miss, with more misses than hits?
I mean, I think it's that it's still, there's new players. It's difficult to probably as well when you don't have Schleich, Moranchuk, bone bruise.
Granted,
and those are major factors in this match as well that should not be taken for granted. But yes, like it's the problem in MLS, because you just don't have the strength in depth in order to, like, if you plug and play, it just doesn't really happen.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of, this is what you see. Like, this is why it can get completely out of hand when you don't have a DP or you don't have a very important player that's really in form. And I think Schleich also, the fact that he got that yellow card last match, man, it's like he unfortunately put us out. Like, it was, if I recall, a very unnecessary yellow card.
Yeah.
I think it was for dissent, I think, if I recall.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, and that's like my guy. You have to know. Someone has to tell him. Like, especially on the form that he is.
Yeah,
one of these assistants.
You know how many yells you're on, so why push it?
Yeah. Right. And so I
can tell you.
Yeah. Someone has to say something, and it's just like, this is the word of the year.
Yeah.
Naivete.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah. And I hate that it is.
I was gonna
Because-
say, the other thing I would fault Ronnie on is how we set up tactically and how we wanted to try to control the game. That's the other thing I would say is on Ronnie. We should have been prepared to play more defensively and kind of sit back and wait a little bit and absorb some of this pressure. But instead, we decided we wanted to try to take the game to them, and it cost us big time.
Big time.
Yeah, it's so frustrating when Atlanta United plays as if they think they're better than their opponent, and they just get absolutely smashed because of it. That is a avoidable embarrassment, in my opinion. That's why that kind of stuff frustrates me the most. I feel like that was like Pineda's era, like incarnate, is just doing that all the time. And then now we're seeing it again here, at least in this game, and some other times this year, when we just step on the field, act like we're better than everyone, and just get absolutely humbled. And we don't learn from it. And it's like, I don't know, the front office, the brand, we gotta be the protagonists when you don't have the personnel, you don't have the experience, you don't have the, the past behavior that makes you think your future behavior will be successful doing this. You still do it anyway. And I don't get it. I don't understand that. Like, is it going to hurt your brand so much that you have to step back and be like, maybe we're not Kings of the South. Maybe we're not this like massive club. We need to step back for a second, maybe humble ourselves, play defensively or whatever, this not the way I guess the club wants to play, and then just win some damn games. Maybe like that's an idea. I don't know. Is that crazy? Like, why don't we think like that? It's bizarre to me.
Just step on the field and play one game. One fucking game at a time. One game. Focus on one game and nothing else.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Right. It's exactly that. It's that we don't adjust to our opponents, and there is it's egotistical a little bit.
I'm just going to call it the arrogant 3 points from here on out. It's like the other team gets 3 points based on just the fact that we're arrogant.
Yeah. Because it's that, like I harp on a lot. Whoa.
Look out.
That was me.
Right?
Look out. That was Nick's hot rod. Look out.
Yeah. But, amazing. But it's the whole earning the right to play. We rarely earn the right to play before we actually try to, play on the ball. And, our foundation is on pebbles.
Yeah.
It's just like, why do you think that you can spread your center backs that far apart and really, like, no one's in between either? Like, the defensive midfielder is not in between, and you think you can, it's like, okay, well, we can just, dwell on the ball. We can, try to pass it through them. We're not good enough on the ball to do that. And it costs us every time.
Yeah, and you see how many case studies of it not working, and you still just do it again. Like, that's what just blows my mind. And that's why I think it's like, well, you're contractually obligated as part of the brand to do it this way. That's why we brought you in to play this way. You have to play this way. And it's just like, why? Why do we have to do that?
I mean, maybe it's not why. I think it's more that they, there is probably an ego with some of these head coaches because they want to be known as that head coach that plays beautiful football, so that they can get another job somewhere, that's they can
their players can actually execute because good people, smart people who watch will be able to say, oh, the ideas of this manager are good, the players can't execute them, so we want that guy here. And yes, he's done poorly at this club, but it's because his players can't do the things that we know our players can, so we're going to bring him here. Like, I get that. That's why they'll do that sometimes. But it's just, I also think it's very attractive to show how versatile you are as a manager, to be like, yeah, I couldn't win like that. I can play like that if I desire to. And you can, like AJ said, earn the right to play after showing the versatility of the diversity of play style by doing this, like defensive style, to get gritty, gutsy wins, and then parlay that into future protagonist soccer. That's the beautiful kind of soccer that you're talking about. You want to advertise to higher level clubs or something like that. You can parlay that into that. I don't understand why it has to be like one or the other, or things like, it's just frustrating with this, with why the behavior of coaches. Like it's like, well, you know, this is my personality, is the way I do things. Every club I go to, I play is this way or whatever. That's why I'm hired. Like, I get that if that's your modus operandi, right? But like, at a certain point, I'm going to value versatility more.
Yeah, and
Okay,
it's basically this. Go ahead. Go.
No, you go ahead, AJ. Sorry.
So going into this match, we're 12th, right? Yep. And they're 7th, they're one of the best possession teams in the league. And so to think that you can again go toe to toe against that type of team, okay, yeah, if we're playing Toronto, yes, play with the ball, yes,
Could even be Toronto.
Tried, yeah, exactly. But because they realized, oh yes, we need to play them differently, they at least had the humility to realize that they needed to play differently, and so they got a result. Like, it's the stubbornness. Yeah, if you are Tata Martino and you have, you know, the players from the 2018 squad, or you have, you know, Messi at Inter Miami, yes, you can play possession football against every team in the league. But sans 2018 against New York Red Bulls, because yeah, obviously we know. So, but beyond that, like, yes, you can play that. But if you're not, play to the different styles that each game dictates, that each game needs. And we don't. And this is what happens. But other Nick first, and then you, Nick, that came on. This is not confusing whatsoever. Nick in the ATL. Nick,
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
So Nick in the
Okay,
ATL.
so let me offer a compare and contrast here. Vancouver and Philadelphia just wrapped up. Vancouver hung 7 goals on the Union tonight.
So they got the extra point. That's crazy.
Mueller has got a hat trick. 2 of those penalties. How do you think a Union squad like that, who is a very good, up at the top of the table in the East, how do you think they're going to feel about that compared to the 5-0 we had at halftime? I mean, compare and contrast that. It's a world of difference, probably.
They were in
Vancouver.
Yeah, and that's the naivete that Philly had. I think they thought, okay, well, Vancouver, maybe they're, you know, we can play against them, and that's, luckily we're not the worst of the night. Like, holy crap,
Yeah.
who would have thought? Outrageous. But yeah, Nick 17, welcome in.
Hi, how are you? That's a long time no see.
Oh yeah, just a couple hours.
Well, AJ, at least our EPL teams each got a 3-0 win today. That's nice. We can shake our
Sure.
hands on that one. That's
Exactly. It never happens on the same day.
no, literally never. I was telling someone that earlier, and they're like, "No, you're crazy." I was like, "No, you don't understand. This never happens on the same day. Like,
Or the same
like,
year.
well, true. And I think I think it actually happened once this season. I think Spurs and Atlanta United won on Atlanta United's opening day this year, which feels like so long ago. I think that was when we beat Ipswich, and then we won one more Premier League game, and then we won the Europa League after that. But whatever. But you know, at least we won a thing, so who cares? Well, when I saw AJ in the stands earlier, he asked me like, "Oh, how did you feel at 2-0?" And I was like, oh, I was a little annoyed at 2-0. I was like, "Damn, I thought we were gonna at least say, you know, give him a chance, or you know, give him at least a little bit of fight." And then at 4-0, I just started laughing, and then we went to halftime at 5-1. I was like, wow, I don't even know how to feel about this. Like, this is a foreign concept. And then you take a look at the stats. Like, I spent most of halftime just kind of digging into what actually happened. When Columbus's 5th goal went in, they had taken 5 shots. They had 5 shots on goal, and they had scored 5 goals, and for a 0.93 xG. That was at the time. It did not finish that way. They ended up a little bit higher, but AJ actually told me to join the stream 10 minutes before I did, and I was busy looking at stats. So sorry, guys. But
No worry.
right, sicko me over here. This is from Sam Jones at 5 Straight Final. I was looking at his stuff on Blue Sky. I mean, obviously it finished 4-5, as we know, but expected goals was 3.6 to Atlanta to 1.21 to Columbus, and there's a
myself
penalty
just now.
right, exactly, crazy, right?
Yeah,
absolutely crazy. And if you take away the penalty, with penalties about 0.8, like maybe a little bit less than that, but between 0.75 and 0.8. So if you minus that out, that's still 2.8 to 1.2 from open play. 16 total shots to 7. 16 is Atlanta. 8 shots on target for Atlanta to 7 for Columbus, and 9 big chances for Atlanta to 2 for Columbus. And I don't know.
Clinical.
5 big chances missed. I've got to point that out in the stats I'm seeing.
Please.
5
that's so real.
missed.
That's so real. And I can't even be like, well, if our DP striker was out there, it would have been better, because it probably wouldn't have, to be honest, knowing how he's been this year. Yeah, right. But it's just hilarious. Like, could put up 9 big chances at home, you win that game every other time you play that game.
Did you see the stat I rattled off earlier from Mike Conti that said before this, if we'd score 4 or more goals, we were 27-0-0 before this game.
That doesn't surprise me. I mean, we were in our group in the supporter section, we were at 3-0. We were rattling off the other 4 or 5 times we've ever even conceded 3 at home. It was like maybe once in 2018. It was the Red Bulls loss in the regular season at home, because they did the double on us in the regular season. It was that one.
That was that terrible Austin game too.
There was an Austin game, the one where they were in the locker room for like an hour, and Pineda didn't even do media. There was that one. There's a couple of 4-3 wins have happened at home too, or 3-3 draws have happened, but no, like the 3-0, the 3-1 losses were very rare. Like you can name those on one hand. I think we might have just done it actually. But
did anyone look at or see the press conference? Because I didn't catch it.
No, my phone was not connecting to my car.
All right, if anyone's in chat and you caught the press conference, give me like a quick download if you can. I appreciate it.
Also, by the way,
I didn't
is
catch
anything going on in chat?
Yeah, there are things. Yeah, but we're just having such scintillating conversations, so I didn't want to sidetrack.
That's fair. And so yeah, if anybody has something that they really want us to read out, then drop a super chat and then we'll read it. But
someone named Built with 2 T's and 2 L's. Build 08 says, "What's up, AJ? Didn't see the game, but damn, what the hell? Hope you're well, dude." So I don't know if you know him personally, but there you go.
I'm seeing post on Blue Sky from the Cooligans. Haven't seen the highlights, but what the hell happened here about our game?
To be fair, I haven't seen the highlights either. I don't know what happened. I was there.
I think, did we all black out? Like, did we just collectively
amnesia.
just like share the same?
Lord will do that to you.
Drew's
Hey, this is
looking at the tequila bottle, like I guess maybe.
Yeah,
Nick,
it's just permeating through the screen. Yeah.
If you haven't seen the video in the match day chat of the Discord of the 2 Nicks, me and him doing the Malort shot, it was so funny. There was another lady there doing it with us, and then me and her, like, after we take it, we both look at each other and we're like, that was fine, like, whatever. And then Nick is like screaming, like losing his head, and it's
spirit
so
entering me. I
funny.
mean, I'm just that spontaneous. I mean,
And
Okay, now I have questions for you, because are you okay if you took a shot of Malort and didn't have any reaction?
like 0.
exactly,
I mean, like,
Drew. Exactly.
I chased it like 30 seconds later. I was Like,
I
okay,
did
want
not.
this, but
Well,
he did not. Like 30 seconds later, I chased it, but I was like, "This is fine." Like,
Nick's like,
I walked
by
up
the
to him
way,
and I was
it's
like,
probably
"Dude,
really important to point out that I'm actually a functional alcoholic. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously
I was
kidding.
like-
Obviously kidding.
You, I don't know. Hannah has expressed some concerns in the past, but we can move on from that.
Yeah, we don't need to
I
do
mean-
all that. But
Yeah, right. Then when we have the staff / Patreon hang out at our house for one of the 3 remaining away games, you guys can look at my card and enjoy. So
All right, yeah. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you talked about having Malord at one of the tailgates too.
I was
I'm
all
gonna
in.
try eventually, hopefully, maybe get to 1 game before the season ends. But it's tough. But yeah, we'll try.
Yeah. Yeah,
2 chances left.
I know.
Well, and it does help in your defense. It does help that neither of them are the standard. Like, we're done with the 7:30 kickoff now. We've got a 4:30 and a 6 o'clock. So like the tailgates will start earlier. Like everything will happen earlier, and you can get home earlier. Like
it
that will
doesn't
help.
change that he's an umbrella dad. So it's
Oh no, not at all. But
Mm,
the
Yeah.
sun being out certainly helps a little bit.
Yeah, AJ was
Yeah.
saying earlier, like, it's like, oh, this stream, we're all gonna blame Mike about stuff. But I mean, coming in here and talking to you guys, or like being on the internet, or being in front of people, this pales in comparison. This is nothing compared to
At
having
least
3 little
fairness.
tyrants just monopolizing you all day long. Like, this
Hey,
is
at least
very
we're not-
much welcome reprieve from that. And
You know what, at
the
least
slings
most
and
of us wearing-
arrows that I take, the grenades in the trenches all day long.
yeah. I think there was a very important Freudian slip that you almost said.
Yeah,
Manipulates.
you
That
did.
too. No, it is, and it's not a slip because it's also very much applicable here as well. It is absolutely something that because that's just a normal psychodevelopmental milestone, is being able to like start lying and distorting the truth, and that's what my oldest daughter is currently going through. So she's like, and when a child learns a new skill or a new like cognitive talent or something like along these lines, they will practice it over and over and will constantly do it over and over again. So I've just been like,
She's gonna rock it till the wheels fall off, pretty much. And so
pretty much. So
I
it's just
guess-
like, every time she talks to me, it's like, are you lying about this? Because she thinks it's funny.
What is she lying
She's
about?
playing
Just like
about it.
literally
like yeah, a lot of things, but she thinks it's like a game and it's funny. But she's playing around the concept of like, being untruthful and things like that, and understanding what it means to be like that and potential consequences of that. So it's a whole thing.
Well, joke's on her that the purple face actually it was not manipulation from her to you. It was you manipulating.
Michael, maybe you
her.
should tell her our team is good. See how that goes.
It was a fair amount. It was actually a trade in my favor. I know it doesn't seem like that, but it very much was, because I was able to just like hold this over her all day, to be like, listen, you after dinner you get to paint Daddy's face if you're good for today.
Wait, your
She
face is
was.
actually purple. Like that wasn't just a lighting thing.
Oh no, it's
No.
100%
No,
purple.
he's actually.
And not only
Yeah,
that,
check this.
yeah, she
Dude,
put
I thought
like,
your lighting was fucked up or
she
something.
put,
I was like,
little
is he
like
okay?
like eyeshadow and shit or whatever on the side too.
That is
and there's
so
some
funny.
glitter as well. Like, yeah, she went all out.
Dad of
Yeah.
the year right there. That's crazy. Do you know how many
Yeah.
times Hannah's asked to do my makeup and I've said no? Like, no way. Sorry.
Yeah, you missed some bits in the beginning of the show.
You-
So
uh,
basically,
You know what? It's okay. Hannah
it's a
wanted McDonald's,
Patreon.
that's what it was.
yeah, it was a Patreon forfeit. But basically, yeah, like wheel forfeit. He had to pretty much not dress, but have his face painted purple because of the Orlando match that we lost. So
And I was like,
Yeah.
my daughter just got a face paint kit, so why not?
perfect.
Didn't we beat Orlando once this year? Or was it the road loss?
This was the real loss. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say, we definitely did. That's like one of our like 4 wins this season.
Yeah, that was, I think, our only legit good win this year, outside of the Nashville one. Yeah.
Who
Oh,
carried the
5-1.
spike down on that match? Who helped carry the spike down on that match?
Yeah, dude. It was you.
Boom.
It was you.
Oh,
We
it was.
needed
I remember
that
that actually.
Because that
I remember
that
that.
legitimately, outside the Nashville match, was like the only match that I really felt like we were the protagonist and we took it to the other team and we just straight up won. It wasn't lucky. Like all the other wins we had this year were all, I could kind of boil them down to elements of being lucky.
So what we're talking about, Montreal on opening day.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely
New
lucky
York
there.
City to 4-3. Yeah, probably. Well, I mean, that's just Latte Lath being better than that guy. Like that fourth goal was just. I still can't get over that one. That was the first time I ever came on it, though. And I was like that was when I thought we had a dude there, and maybe we still do. Like Nick and I were talking about earlier in Discord. Like, if you're gonna shut him down, like, you know, from everything I've been told and what I've read on Twitter and on the internet, like, they're gonna just shut him down. Like, he's done.
Yep,
I
I
don't
agree totally.
That's fine.
Yeah, he didn't
By
really
the
have
analysis
a
now.
proper. Yeah, he didn't have a really proper preseason, and yeah, he's pretty much been playing for a year and a half.
And the championship starts preseason so much earlier than what we're used to, like following EPL teams. Like, they start in June, some of them. Like, if they're doing qualifying or for the cups or anything like that, like, they start so early.
So, all right, change real quick, Nick. I asked this to the other guys here. What did you think was Ronnie's impact of this game? Like, what? Because a lot of people in the Discord also, I asked them, like, serious question. What part of this game was Ronnie's fault? What would you think? Or would you blame other things more so? Or did he have, you know, like a majority of the blame here? Or what degree was he at fault for this game?
Well, I'm going to start with giving a synopsis of what I wrote for the Patreon last week, which is, I'm so torn on the whole Ronnie thing. And tonight clearly did me no favors in that regard. I'm like taking a side. Because at halftime I thought I had a side, and then they, you know, scored 4 goals after that. And I was like, okay, great. So now I don't really have a side, I guess. But
okay, that's more interesting. Let's talk about that. So you think the 4 goals did something to assuage the 5 goals in the beginning?
Not necessarily. Like, I was, if I'm keeping Ronnie over here and I'm ditching him over here, I was right here in the middle, and then I went over here and I came right back. Because, like, what's he supposed to do? Defend the goal himself? He can't. Him and his white T-shirt can't run out there and do it. Like, what's he supposed to do? What's he supposed to do? Make Tristan Muyumba do it? Like, if Tristan Muyumba is not sitting there being a dipshit for 3 of the 5 goals, we win that game 4-2. Like, that's.
But I mean, we don't score those goals if Columbus doesn't score 5 in the beginning of the game.
It's and this one is such a weird one. We brought my parents to Lindbergh MARTA station so they could drive home because they came over to watch Spurs before the game, and then they were like, "What are you going to say on this post game show?" And I was like, "I don't know. I have no idea. I have like." I was like, "Who knows, man? I don't know."
I mean, I don't know. Right. We've been going for like an hour and a half or so. Like, we had a lot to say about it, clearly. But
I mean, half of it was kind of nonsense. But yes, I agree. We did say something.
So half of that was about you looking like Thanos. Okay.
Yes,
anyways.
correct.
Oh, where's my?
Without the nutsack for a chin, but
you can borrow this, the Infinity Gauntlet.
That would have been. That would have been. Yeah. If
helpful.
If I could have gone back in time, I would have had them put the black lines on my chin. That would have been funny.
And you know what? I still would have had nothing to say an hour and a half ago. Just kidding. But I wrote, like, I don't know that Ronnie's making anything better. I don't think he is. He is not clearly making anything worse, like Heinze was and like Frank was. Like, Frank for a while was making stuff worse until LGP went out at the All-Star game and was like, yeah, that guy, fuck that guy. And then when they came back from the All-Star game, they were all like, yeah, this, fuck that.
Yeah, they did a little mutiny.
Like, they did their little mutiny, and then they came out in the 3-5-2 and then won a bunch of games and a couple trophies and whatever else, right? So for me, like, part of me is like, if you don't think Ronnie is the guy, and I don't think anyone here thinks Ronnie is the guy that's the next guy that's going to lift a cup, then, you know,
what are we doing?
Make the move. Yeah. What are we doing? Right. Yeah. And I think when I see several members of the media contingent kind of getting there with us, like, usually the fans are going to be the first to ditch somebody, right? Like in the fans' eyes, like, Ronnie was done in like August, like July.
Yeah.
If I'm being polite, it was July.
Yeah.
But now you see, like, Doug Roberson at halftime from the AJC, or like Joe Patrick, 5-straight final, like saying things like I don't know if this is it. And if the media is there like Chris and Garth are not far behind that.
Yeah,
right?
I agree with you there
Yeah.
because like it really is like there seemed to have been a good buffer that kept
Yes.
like regardless of what happens, like Ronnie is going to be safe. Seems like they made up their mind, but there was like a contingency clause at the end of that statement that was like,
Oh, we have to win
but
games.
if this happens, we might have to. And it's just like that's like a. And then they were asked, well, what's the likelihood of that happening? And they're like, maybe like 5%. And then like,
Yeah, right.
oh hell, here it is. It might be the 5% now.
And that's exactly what I wrote for the site. Like, it's not about the results; it's about the performances. Like, if they get blown out today and again next week against San Diego, who's one of the other 3 best teams in the league at playing possession, I don't care where Columbus is in the East. They play the best football in the league for me, and it's not close. Like them, San Diego, and Vancouver, which we just saw Vancouver put up a touchdown and get the extra point. But if they like could play a little bit better, like that's fine. But game state for me at being 5-0 and then them pulling it back is not getting me there. Like I needed it to be like a hard fought. Like if you're gonna lose by 1 goal, I need it to be a hard fought 2-1.
Yeah, when like literally Columbus stopped playing soccer in the second half. They just started dog walking after that. Like
I mean, we all watched Max Arston with the U.S. team. Like we know why he's there, and it's not to defend. We know why Patrick Schulte is not with the U.S. team. Like it's not to stop goals because he doesn't do that very well all the time.
Yep.
And I think with Ronnie, like the performances I thought were getting there, and then it somehow all fell apart.
Yeah, I mean, the last 3
And
games were pretty decent, and then all of a sudden,
I mean, like you're talking about conceding 1 goal in the month of August in league play. Like that's like other than the Colorado game, like the 1-1 against Montreal was what it was. Like a weird one with the ref and all that. Like I moved into my new house that day. Like I don't really remember that one. The Colorado game was terrible. That was the one where we were all making fun of AJ till 2 a.m. Like great stuff, but the game itself not great. And then 2 back-to-back clean sheets. Like okay, like the guys are here. Like this is it, and that didn't continue. And I think they really missed Bartek Sliš tonight. Like I would, like if you're asking me like who the player of the season is,
I
it's
said that earlier.
Yes,
Yeah.
And I remember that. I was listening actually. Remember when AJ was like, "Yeah, come on," and I didn't do that. That I was listening to you say that. But
he was getting all of his good talking points from you, Nick. Is what he's saying.
no, yeah, clearly that Lord shots.
It's
So
a Nick thing. But
it must.
thing, that's
and
right.
if you're asking me what's going to happen with Ronnie, I think it really depends on what coaching candidates are out there. Because if Jim Curtin is going to tell you no a third time, and you're not going to pay $20 million to go like get Nancy from Columbus, I don't know who you're getting. I have no names. I have no ideas. I don't know who's going to be better. Like they clearly want someone who's won in the league before, and we all saw the Athletic article from Felipe saying, "Oh, Tata's available." If they're not going to go do that,
No,
I don't know.
Absolutely, do not go that way. Do not go.
I
that
would say
route.
we see
No.
how that's going. I feel very torn about that because that guy. There are 3 guys in the last 15 years who have won a Shield and a Cup, like at least one of each, and he's one of them. He's a good coach. He is one of the few guys who is probably a difference maker for a coach because I don't think the coach really matters all that much. Like you're in MLS, especially with the salary cap rules and all that, you are going to coach around your roster's availability, not availability. Well, that too, I guess, because we were hurt that one year. We all saw it that way. Availability and ability, right? Like if Tata is one of the few coaches we have ever seen coach a team past that, and Inter Miami in 2024 overachieved by more points versus expected points than any other team in league history. And that's why we upset them, because they were actually kind of like a 40-point team, and we were also a 40-point team, so it was actually much more even on paper. And that's why that happened. But if you're thinking about a coach, you have to be sure that guy is a difference maker. And otherwise, what's the damn difference?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It has to be a difference maker for sure.
Yeah.
My only hesitation about Tata though is that I am really resistant to the idea of Nostalgia FC right now. It just really makes me
Yeah,
feel
I'm
like
with Weiss on this.
I mean, like I feel like if we just like
Right.
that will be like the coup de grace of like the guillotine coming down on us. Is if like
So
we
I
bring
don't-
Tata back and we also do crappy with him, then it's just like what in the literal fuck What can
Burn
we?
the shit
We
down.
literally can't do. Then the jokes of like, well, if we brought in Pep Guardiola and if we had, I don't know, Holland as the striker, we would still be at the bottom of the damn table at this point. Like that's when it's gonna, the memes are gonna start to become real at that point, and I don't know if I want to go there yet.
So I have a question for you guys. I don't know, like I came on right to the like listening right as Nick came on, and then I came on after that. Have we talked about that? Have we talked about how Almiron played at the 10 today? Because this is like one of the first times we've really seen it in a 4-2-3-1. And one of my things with Ronnie is like, one of my things that I'm against Ronnie for is like the personnel choices. I don't know why it's taken us this long to see that. What do we think about Miggy at the 10 today? How
it
was
was kind of forced because of the bone bruise from Moranchuk, and I would have think that he would have absolutely preferred Moranchuk at the 10, so he kind of had to do it for necessity. And I don't think it's the ideal scenario, and it clearly wasn't. I don't think he's amazing at it. AJ floated the interesting idea of putting him at like the 8, Miggy at the 8 going forward, and I think like I'm not opposed to it off the bat. Because that solves the problem of us using all of our DPs without any kind of overlap.
Yeah, no, well, it's this. Okay, so I'm not floating that he needs to be the 8 right now. I'm saying that his position probably is best as an 8. Does that fit in the team that we have? That is the great question. Because, like I mentioned, he operates best in the middle. But he also tracks back enough when he's playing right wing to help Ronald Hernandez so that he will have a better time. And he wasn't there this match because that wasn't his position. And Saba,
we talked about that when I saw you in the stadium. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so
Saba was not
Ronald was
helping him out.
completely left out. And you can see what happens when you don't have a strong support system for Ronald Hernandez.
I mean, after the first goal, it should have been, and this is where I hold umbrage with Ronnie Dyla, is that, or anybody on the coaching staff, somebody should be yelling at Saba to help Hernandez.
And that's a weird thing to not be seeing from Saba. Like we've seen Saba do that work before. Like I wonder what's up with that. But
It was weird, yeah, and it's something that in this match, the big miss of Schleich, the big miss of Miggy tracking back on the right side, I think absolutely made that game state very important because Nancy recognized where the deficiency was.
Oh, yeah.
recognize our team as a good.
Oh, yeah. He called that number on speed dial over and over again.
That guy's the best coach in Lost history. Like, of course he did.
Nick, to your point, like, fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. Sorry. Continue.
Well, let me hop in.
There
I'm
was
gonna peace out right
now.
Good night, everybody.
Good to see you, Drew. Sorry I was late for our.
No, you're good.
Drew, pleasure. Be well.
Night.
Good night, Drew.
See ya. Good night.
Thanks, bud. See you later.
Yeah, let's go for about 10 more minutes. Let's read a little bit in the chat if there's some good ones. Yeah, it's getting to pretty late.
Michael, where's your blue kit? We're all in blue.
Is my blue kit? I don't have one.
Oh, this is a good like streetwear kit. I don't like it on the field anymore, but
Yeah, I
It's a good,
can't
like-
imagine why.
To be fair.
Yeah, but no, yeah. When I get some walking around cash, I'll probably pick one up.
Yeah, I know. It's having 3 kids is probably
Yeah,
tough.
all my money is always spoken for. Okay,
We're due
so-
for a new second kit next year, by the way.
That's
so.
true, yeah. Max Plays Games said, damn, whoever
Oh,
filmed that
Max.
Malort video must have been a cool dude. I have feelings that he may have had a hand in that.
He did.
he did. We invited him. He didn't want to, so.
But he was the
he was
gracious
smart.
cameraman.
Yeah, right. He filmed it.
Hey, you
so-
know what? If anyone else wants to come to the tailgate next week, we can all do a Malort shot together. Nick and I have to do 2, but you only
keep
have to do 1.
broadcasting this. You're gonna have to get a whole nother bottle.
Hey, he opened that bottle brand new. We barely put a dent in that thing today. We could
Yeah, okay.
look at his face. He's so excited.
Bring Jose into
stupid.
MLS. Uncle Arthur, make it happen. I swear if we try to hire Jim Curtin,
Bring
I will
Jose?
rebel.
Is that what he said? Bring Jose
Yeah.
Mourinho?
Yeah, Jose.
Oh,
Mourinho.
Jose. I was like, Jose. Who's that?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't. Well, yeah,
No, I'm good. I did that already with Spurs. I'm
Yeah,
good.
yeah, exactly. That's
tried.
that's
I-
true.
I've-
He is available, but yeah, that would be another. Oof, I don't know.
I have always hated that guy, and he's always been the enemy of pretty much every team. That's
Okay, I have a question for you guys. If you're gonna, so Ronnie gets canned on Monday, right? This is a theoretical.
Oh, Nick, before you do that, I remember what I was going to say. So I don't want to
Okay.
forget it again. But
Okay, go ahead.
so you were talking earlier about like the decisions of why Sabo was not like tracking back to help on defense at all.
Yeah.
I think like maybe it has something to do with the fact that he also was not cutting in like ever. His like entire job was bomb down the side and lumping crosses. And it's so clear to me now that I'm thinking about it in retrospect that it was like yelled into him by Ronnie to do that. That is your goal tonight, because that's all he did. When in past, he's done other things. He's done other. He's floated centrally. He's cut in, and he's like helped with build up, and he's gone back to track back to be on defense at sometimes. But he did like none of that tonight. It was almost exclusively bombing down to the byline and lumping crosses.
And
it
you know
would be
what?
bizarre though
Go
if it would be bizarre if that really was the instruction for him, because, well, he was hooked.
Yeah.
So that would be an acknowledgement, maybe, from Dial that that it didn't work. But I don't know if
I mean,
that
he won
would
us
be
a
the
lot of
case here.
crosses. Like he won us a lot of but
Yeah,
then, like, I don't know. It didn't go anywhere.
Instead, why don't you instruct him to do something else? Because
Well,
We
What
know
I'll
that
say-
we know Ronnie before coming to Atlanta United was at New York City FC was very big about just bombing his wingers down the sides and just lumping in crosses over and over and over again. Maybe he just went, let's do that with Saba. I don't know.
Well,
But like the alternative is what else was happening? Like what else is a theory that explains why he didn't do the other things he typically does?
I do have one, and if you're looking at the 4-2-3-1 setup, or forget that for a second. Look at Columbus's like 3-4-3 setup, right? If you got the three defenders here, if you're playing a 4-2-3-1 that kind of shifts then into the 4-4-2 kind of setup, your striker and your cam kind of are together in the pressing shape, and then you got your left winger and your right winger. If your whole thing is like Miggy's in the middle and we're gonna push Saba and Brennan as high as possible, I could see that being the instruction, and Saba thinking in himself, like, if he's got to make a decision in a split second, I'm gonna not go defend as much because I need to be able to then go run in behind the three center back. Because then you got a 1v1. If you got Miggy feeding the ball into the striker, the right winger, and the left winger, you're theoretically 1v1 with all of their center backs there. And I could see that being the theory. Now, we know that Columbus is the best team in the league, and that's not likely to always play out. But when Columbus won MLS Cup
They're
in
not the best team
2023,
in the league.
right, but I think you mean
they're
in
a very
possession.
good team.
Yeah, they're a good team. Sure. Yeah.
Good team in possession, I'll say, because Philly was leading the Shield before today, like not a possession team. Charlotte's up there, not a possession
Was
team.
like Columbus is like 6th right now or something like that, or 7th.
They're fifth in the East, but they still play the best football in the league for me.
I
And
like them, of course. Yeah, I agree that their standing does not exactly belie their.
if
full
they had a
talent.
DP9 the whole year, they would be leading the East, and I believe that. It's the fact that they sold Cucho after opening day and then didn't get a DP9 in until literally today.
It's a
So-
big miss. Yeah.
It's a huge, and like when we beat them in 2023, like besides the fact that Almada is a World Cup winner and was the best player in MLS at the time, like that is how they did it with Saba and John Day and Gigi running at them. That's how they did it, and
Yeah, I mean, I could
like,
see it. That just goes into, what we were talking
That's one of
about.
the ways-
Like that was the kind of the marching orders.
Yeah, so maybe that was the orders, and then when Ronnie switched things up at halftime, he put the extra center back on and was like, "This didn't work." Like, it might not have been like, "Oh, you suck and you suck and you suck." It might have been, "Sorry guys, it didn't work. Like, we got to change something," and that's what he
The
changed.
commentator
They go,
said you need
yeah.
to do a wholesale full 11 switch.
And he did. And honestly, it genuinely felt like when I play FIFA on an easy level and I put up 5 or 6 in the first half and I don't know what the hell to do with myself in the second half, and then I end up winning like 6-2 or 6-3. That's exactly what that was.
Yeah.
For me, because Columbus didn't know what to do with themselves, and that's how I feel when I play a bad team and then I get up really far and then I concede a couple because I'm just like booting the ball up and I don't care.
Okay, so Nick, unless you have something to add, I'm gonna read a little bit more of the chat. All right, so Max also says, I did one of my contractually obligated Malort shots months ago. I ain't doing it again.
Max, I wasn't there. I'm sure it didn't happen.
That's true.
We'll see about that.
There was evidence of a shot having happened today. I don't see an evidence of a shot for you in months past.
Yeah, Max. Well.
So it may not have happened. Max also says, I don't like Jose either, but damn, that would be funny though. Justin Florian, he says,
Max, be quiet.
Dylas should look at Saba tapes from last year. Maybe he should know that the instruction wouldn't work. Yeah, I mean, and then also Justin also says, and this is kind of my point too, what is Tata going to do with this current squad? I don't even know if it's this current squad I'd even be looking at. I would be like, because what did Tata do when he was here? He attracted talent. And
he built the squad himself.
Yeah, exactly. People wanted to come play for him. If you get a coach like that, you get very good people wanting to come and play for that coach. We haven't had that in forever, basically. So, like, it could be. What Tata
had was he had people who would just run down the field and score. That's what he had. That's what we had going for us. And that's an apples oranges comparison to what's going on now. I mean,
do y'all remember
cannot make
the story?
that comparison?
Yeah, that's true.
Do y'all remember the story of Max just told me not to be quiet on my watch? Sorry, but do you not to tell him to be quiet because he needs to be quiet unless he's gonna take a shot with us? But do you remember there was a story, and I'll never forget this. Like I was listening to like the radio show on the drive home or whatever, and I was in high school. I graduated high school the year we won MLS Cup, guys. Sorry, but
oh fuck you.
I am the age of the year. I turn the age of next year in October. That's how it works. But like there was like they were like either drawing or it was 0-0 at halftime at home, and the reporters went into the locker room after the game. They like came back in the second half and won. I think it maybe was Montreal, like the Kevin Kratz free kick game, but like on the whiteboard in the locker room, like Tata had just drawn like 60 arrows like pointing towards the other goal, and that was the team talk.
I love that. I love
it's
so like John Madden of be like, you know, a team that's gonna win is the one that scores the more touchdowns, and I'm like, yes, that's right, correct.
But like when they were losing on the road or something, and then they tied it, and then they had like a million more shots and crosses, and then he goes in the press conference and is like, actually, we should have crossed the ball more than we did. And we were all like, are you sure? And then they did that, and then they won games. And like, well, yeah, I guess they should have crossed the ball more. So, I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's also the nuance of crosses, obviously, not just yeah,
Brooks Lennon's across the ball more, guys.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah, he was probably gassed that he got that assist, and yeah, I mean, it was good ball, but I think it's entirely game state dependent, and that's exactly the summation, I think, of what I think is so important of not only this match but really any match, and like I mentioned at the top of the show, is that this game absolutely was game state dependent, and there's like the XGs like are a very imperfect stat. It's like if you look at this match, like I mentioned at the top of the show, you think LA United should have won. But in reality, this is not any game that LA United should have won. It shouldn't even gotten to this many goals. It shouldn't, like, in normality, scoring 4 goals, you should win.
Yeah.
But I agree. Concede 5.
And 27 times before this, we did.
Yes, exactly. And so, it's like, yes, it's important for some summaries of matches of like, okay, yeah, like if you're playing well, the performance is there, but yeah, essentially,
You're
we
conjuring
didn't-
my PTSD of
Yeah.
Gonzalo Pineda saying the underlying numbers are there, AJ.
yeah.
Wait,
But it's
wait.
if you concede the first goal every single time, well then yeah, of course you're always chasing the game, and you're probably going to have a lot more possession. You're probably going to look like the team that is playing a lot more and the protagonist. But no, that is
Especially at
not
home.
the reality. Yeah, and so yeah, it's that part is just so important. But yeah, I think we're getting to the end of that rope here. I think, right? So
Yep.
let's have some final thoughts. Nick at the ATL, go for it.
Excuse me. That was an experience we went through, all of us. That's something that will probably take a 12-step program to get over. I worry about how we're gonna play against the best team in the West next Saturday. And AJ said it earlier, they are licking their chops right now, because do not sleep on San Diego ever, because they are a great club. They are
played
doing twice as much as we did when we came into the league as an expansion side in their first season.
They learn from us. It's
They are losing 2-0 at Minnesota right now. Oh no, they're losing at
The
home.
fuck? What?
commentators curse, but yeah, it's
I mean,
It's
So you're
also-
saying
it
there's a
doesn't
chance.
take away from them at all. They've been excellent.
right. I know they're gonna be fine, but it's
Yeah.
it's that whole
They
like
are-
Liverpool thing. You know, it's like we
We
did
are
it
still
first.
top
We,
of the West after this result, by the way.
Yeah.
Right,
Anyways.
exactly. It will affect nothing. But they learned everything they did from us. It's the Liverpool thing. You know, it's like, oh, we did it first. So yeah. 9 years
You're
later,
welcome is what he's saying.
right? Like, of course, you should be better. You learned everything from us.
The blueprint was there.
Nobody
Yeah.
learns anything from Arsenal except set pieces, by the way.
All right, Nick 17. Before you get in Arsenal jail.
Before AJ and I have like
Before you go into
That's
Arsenal jail, what's your final thoughts?
First of all, Nick, you have a little board with the record and the amount of points we have behind you. That's like straight up sicko behavior. I can't with that. That's crazy.
That's what we all
It's been there for a while.
I love it. By the
I don't
way.
think you and I have ever been on stream together. I think this is the first for us. So that's like kind of crazy.
I love it.
And besides, what's kind of crazy is the result tonight. Like, if you had told me we were going to lose by 1 goal, I'd have probably been like, yeah, okay, sure, that's fine. It's the how we got there that I'm simultaneously annoyed with and also okay with. Because, like, yes, if you put up 3 or 4 goals in any game, you should probably be winning that game, unless it's a weird one. And if Columbus is going to finish 5 goals off of 0.9 XG, like, not really great chances. Like, we haven't said Hibbert's name once in the, quite a while we've been on together. Like, clearly we don't believe any of this was his fault. We haven't said Mihai's name or
I
Greger's.
said that earlier.
Oh, there was a goal on Mihai for sure, but not.
There was I think it was there was one where Muyuma gave him a bad pass, and then like Hibbert kind of knocked
we
it.
we definitely
and it
went over the Mayumba bad passes thing. That's for sure.
yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. But if with how good Mihai has been overall, I think I'm okay with all that. Like, no one's perfect, especially against a team like that. And I think at the end of the day, like, whether Ronnie goes on Monday or not, I'm still looking for like a kind of fight and a kind of solidity that we really didn't see from April to early August. And we saw it against Nashville and against Toronto. And enough of those guys are still going to be here next year. That's what I want to see for the rest of the games. And I know we got San Diego. I know we got Miami. I know we got LAFC. Like, I need us to not get blown out. And technically, we did not get blown out today. Although it
Technically.
looked like it for a while.
Yeah. But I think for me, it's okay, what does it achieve by sacking Ronnie Dyla? We're not in playoff contention anymore. Yes, you can put in an interim head coach. Great, sure.
Dude, the last thing this fan base needs is to fall in love with another interim coach. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but like that, like the Rob Valentino like revisionist history drives me insane. Anyways, I'm sorry.
It's absolutely true because yes, the playoff run is there, but what happened in the I think 10 or so matches before that, and yeah, also it's with Ronnie Dial, it's like clearly there is some future pacing with him as well, but if you continue to get blown out, it's going to be really, really difficult. Like I am harping on very recently that yes, casual fans, they want him gone, and then a lot of diehards also want him gone. But again, will you be able to bring in the type of head coach that you want in the winter window?
Exactly.
It's just incredibly
Yeah,
difficult.
it's not happening. No.
we had our pick of coaches last year, and I mean I've given my theories.
Did
on
we
it.
though?
I
Curtin
think
turned
we
us
did.
down.
Well, Jim turned us down, but we had. I won't get into the whole theory right now, but I've had my theory kind of validated by people who are close to the team, and I'm pretty sure it's pretty solid. But we could get to that another time.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. I don't think we need to get into that, but I think the crux of it is that yes, he also, with the whole kind of college football comment, kind of made him a little persona non grata a little bit. So he probably realized, yeah, well, not only is it a mess, that it's no guarantee that he can turn this around, and plus all those things. I think he probably is hoping in some regard too that he can probably catch on somewhere else with his good work.
Kind of like he did with his UAE job before he came here.
Yeah, right. But
Yeah, failing.
Well,
others,
no.
yeah, right?
well, no, I mean Jim Curtin. Like he might,
Oh, yeah.
be in Europe, but who knows? But as far as Dyla, it's like how will that really affect things? Really, it's like who cares?
doesn't right now.
Yeah, who cares if they lose the rest of the matches? It's like ultimately it doesn't affect anything. So yeah, like you make the decision likely anyway at the end of the season, and you have to assess. Like Arthur Blank has to assess as well. Which of these personnel can really affect it to make us remarkably better. And hopefully they actually do that forensic analysis on Atlanta United. Otherwise, we could be primed for more of the same.
I mean, like our friend Glenn says, if the 3DPs and the coach don't change, but everything else changes, is anything really changing? And I'm kind of with him on that. I wasn't at first, and now I kind of am. So yeah.
So,
But I think the point is, at this point, it's not the right time to sack the coach. I mean, we just have 4 matches left. We're eliminated from playoff contention. Do not pull the trigger now. Do not do that.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say, like,
that's going to make morale in the fan base a whole hell of a lot worse for a lot of people than better, in my opinion. It will change nothing. We're not going to the playoffs. It's nothing can happen that will be any worse than what it is right now, in my opinion.
And we don't know what this was. Like, if this is a one-off and they are a little bit better next week and a little bit better against New England and a little bit better against LAFC going forward, like, you could sway me personally, and maybe some of us here too that are doing this at 12:37 on a Sunday morning. But
Speaking
we
of
also
that,
have a
there we go.
Last bit. We also have a very, very tough run-in. The last games. I mean, couldn't be harder. I don't know if we've looked at it. I haven't looked at it, but probably one of the hardest in the league. So,
I did. It's San Diego, New England, LAFC, Miami, and DC to end the year.
The postponed Miami match, we have to.
The postponed Miami match is what's going to kill us there. Like, going to LAFC with before Sun Heung-min was like not going to happen, and now with Sonny, it's like really not going to happen. Like the New England match is theoretically winnable and the DC match is theoretically winnable. And that's kind of what I wrote when I was talking about Ronnie is like, okay, maybe you win the match you're supposed to win, which is home against DC, and you get some points somewhere else, but you don't like get embarrassed. And they saved themselves from getting embarrassed today, so I guess that's still on the table, but I'm still not sold by this performance. But
Yeah, I still
that
think
it's kind of one or
today.
the other. Like,
For me,
That's
at this
kinda what I
point, as long as we don't win the wooden spoon, I'm fine with it.
Damn.
That's all
Yeah,
I want to avoid. At
On a
this point.
personal step, yeah, because you don't want to carry it, so I get it fully.
I don't
You're
want to get the
dragging-
fucking spoon at ISC
Yeah,
at the
exactly.
conference in Denver
your
in January.
Dragon Con cosplay
I don't
was-
want that shit.
Yeah.
Your Dragon Con cosplay was fantastic, by the way. It was very good.
Yes, the reverse logic worked. I dare not try that again. It only works once.
They won
So
that day
I'm
that
not-
you wore this.
People
Okay, you
asked
need to
me.
wear-
People asked me today at the tailgate, "Why didn't you do that again?" I'm like, "No, I can't do it twice."
And you know what?
Yeah,
If you
sports
would
people are
have, they would have
superstitious
found the
dudes.
tying gold, Nick. Come on.
Yeah, sports guys are a superstitious bunch, dude. Oh, by the way, so this is the only thing I've seen so far about, because I mentioned earlier I wanted to know about the press conference so I could have something to say about it during this episode. But basically, Tyler Pilgrim said Dyla was quoted by saying, "Strangest game I've ever seen in my life." He mentioned that the team needs consistency, simply hasn't been good enough in both boxes. Said he's the coach to get this team back to winning ways. There's been inconsistency and there's work to do, but he said he knows he's the guy. So those were his
Oh,
quotes about
fucking
it.
hell.
Well,
He's
I can
He's getting
appreciate.
cocky on us.
Well, I can appreciate the conviction in which he sounded. He's not giving up. He's not saying, you know what,
And he shouldn't.
do this.
Why would
I'm
you give up all that money?
Yeah, and also it sounds like he's got some like basically, I forget the words for this, but like affirmations. You're safe. So he pretty much has to try and gin up confidence from the fan base and the press and everyone that like, yeah, I am the guy. I can do this. I have to fight for my own self to say these things, you know, because he knows he's gonna be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Genuinely,
Well,
last thought. Congratulations to Atlanta United on being eliminated from the playoffs today.
In the
All right, yeah.
the soonest they've ever done it too.
Congratulations.
The insulting thing about it is that we very much did not hold our own destiny. Chicago lost, which was the other way we could have been eliminated. So we did it to ourselves tonight.
No, it's been
Of course.
self-inflicted all
Fell
year.
on the sword.
Yep. All right, Mike. Yeah. Any last comments? And yeah, let's sign it out.
Thanks, guys.
So yeah, Omar. The reason why my face is purple is because I lost the forfeit last time. So, and that was paint your face purple, and my daughter did it. So
Oh, yeah.
that's what we got.
Yeah. Speaking of, yes, let's spin that wheel.
All right.
Yep. Forgot
We're
about
spinning
that.
the wheel.
Oh,
can
here
see.
we go.
Mhm.
And we could do it with everybody on. That's fine.
Okay, just give me a second, and I'll do
Yeah,
that.
no worries.
Spin that wheel.
Yeah, I wonder because yeah, we have some new ones. I'll explain them. But
All right, so
one
here
does
we
first.
go. It's gonna be either AJ or Mike. Let's see what it comes up with.
Yeah.
And it's stop. Damn it! It landed on me. It was so close to landing on AJ. And it just kept going.
Yeah.
All right.
You know,
So-
it sounds like it's a good thing I'm not on this wheel.
Yes, it is. So with the things we have on here now. Ah, Jesus Christ. All right, one is spicy challenge. One is random object comparison. I'll let AJ describe that one. And then Yoda
Yeah.
voice for 5 minutes. Jesus Christ. One is fake sponsor ad read, and the other is yelling, "I love Adams John" in public.
Adam John is funny. I love
Yep.
that.
Yep. So yeah,
Want me to
random
throw some
object
music
compar-
into this.
You can. I think music's already playing underneath. So
I can
yeah,
stop the
okay.
music. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, do it. Oh wait. Is this copyright? It might be copyright. So
No,
we might.
this won't trigger a copyright.
Okay, cool. But yeah, so is it kind of loud? It turns out just a
No,
tiny
it's
bit.
good. It's good. On my side, it's good.
In my ears, it's a little loud. But anyway, basically, random object comparison is that patrons name a household item, and Mike must explain it like it's Atlanta United's current season.
All
Okay.
right. Sounds
and then
fun.
Fake, yeah, and then fake sponsor ad is must deliver a passionate 1-minute read for a completely ridiculous fake product, like
All right.
invisible socks for dogs.
Okay.
All right, so let's see. Let's see what it rolls.
Definitely fun. All right, let's see what new fresh hell this is. Oh boy. Okay, it's not as bad, but it is something I could potentially get in trouble with. So, yelling "I love Adams John" in public. So we're gonna have to.
Oh no!
We're gonna have to do that again, basically.
Yes, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So longtime viewers will remember that I went on to the at the Signia where Scarves and Spikes were doing one of their podcasts, and they called me up to go talk about before the match, which was a big mistake on their part because I went up there and yelled out the thing that I had to do for a forfeit that I had at that time.
Wait, did they know about it beforehand? They knew
They
you were
did
going to
not
do this?
know. They did not know.
What?
we
I can
we
imagine the
told
look
them,
on Tyler's face.
yeah, we told them on the actual show, but yeah. And I think they gave their consent.
Yeah.
But you know. Yeah.
Because I
Oh, that
screamed
is
out like
funny.
I love Adam John at the time. So that was just I screamed it out as loud as I could on the microphone in front of a whole bar of people.
Important distinction, though.
Yes.
You have to say Adams John.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, you're talking about his specific John there, like
That's
his
right.
toilet, right? That's what that means?
No, he's from Philly, so it's Adams John is his friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was going to say,
Or
I'll be the
not
innocent
Jan.
one
Yeah.
on this podcast here, so.
He's probably German or something. I don't know. Who knows? But all right. Well,
You're right.
Nix, thank you so much as always. Pleasure. Have a great rest of your Sunday. And
Thank you.
we will see you next time. Thank you,
Thanks
guys.
for hanging
Nick,
out,
I will
guys.
see you for a Malort shot next Saturday.
This sounds like it's
shots coming
becoming a
up.
tradition.
Yeah,
Hey,
it
you're welcome
will.
to join us anytime, buddy.
Oh, when I go, I will absolutely do it. So
Please.
I don't shy away from
Two
free
more
alcohol.
home matches. 2 more.
All right.
All right, y'all.
Love it.
See ya.
See ya.
See you guys.
Have a
Good
good
night.
night.